Welcome back to Themed Journals. My name is April. Okay, I realized in Thursday's video that I didn't show you this very well when we worked on it together. So let's take a closer look at the strips we did. Okay, and that's the front ones. All right, so now we're on this pink strip. Okay, let me show you what mine looks like. I must say it's one of my favorites. So we did these, I think. Oh, maybe we didn't. Yeah, we did. Okay, let's just make sure, because the videos are behind the ones I'm filming. So yes, we went ahead and did those. Okay, cool. All right, so I get to show you how I make these beautiful little envelopes out of squares, and we'll decorate the strips. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing in this video. I hope all is well with you. You're having fun in your craft room. Okay, so you just bring this down and bring this over. You want it even at the bottom. All right. Now what I do is I use the fold lines and I do a little snipping at each corner, because then this piece will fold better. All right. Now, on the bottom of this video, at the end of this video, I want to show you the Christmas present I'm working on for my grandson. I'm going to turn it into an advent calendar. Yeah. Oh, guess what I found? I found my mop. See? And let me show you the difference between the gold that I did with the mop and the gold I did with a regular brush. Got to be careful. I got Christmas stuff out too. Okay, so this is the one I did with the brush. You can see it's a little different. This is what I did with the regular one. So you can see the difference. One's got a lighter on it and one's a little bit more heavy-handed looking. So you can see the ones I did with my brush. Okay, so I got projects for these. Oh yes, okay. Now, I did go buy some more glue because I was out of this clear glue, and I'm finding I like it quite a bit. All right. So anyway, this is the mop brush. I've been looking at people on YouTube, and I learned how to do it with a mop brush. I always called it stumbling, but I guess it's not. It's called something else. And anyway, long story short, I am enjoying doing some scrumbling. That's what it's called, scrumbling, something like that. Anyway, I'm not an artist at all. All right. Oh, look at what I forgot to do. All right. Okay, I'm not with it this afternoon, but that's all right. Yeah, that's why I have numbers stamped. I'm going to be cutting these out and using them for my advent calendars that I'm going to be doing. All right. Oh, let's see. Let's do it this way. Okay. Now, since I forgot to do it the proper way, eventually I'm going to use this gold paper for something. I haven't figured out what. This is what Pam at the Paper Outpost does when she forgets to do the, what do you call it? The inking before she glues stuff. So thanks, Pam. So now you can just go through and do it all the edges the way we did the other ones. So see how easy that is? Just to do the small little envelope. And you just go around and do all the edges on one side. Then I'm going to start with the top. And I'm not going to do any more until I know how many I actually need, because yeah, I got a bunch already pre-made. That's why I'm not too worried about it. All right, now what we can do is, see what I discovered. Maybe I can't do it on this one because somehow I got the glue going all the way up here. That's okay. You don't have to do it like that. But let me show you on one that I know isn't glued all the way up to the top. You can pop this in, and you don't really need a, what do you call it? You don't need a, clasp. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah. So you can just pop these in here, and it's really quite cool. All right. I moved the line a little bit to close it proper. So now we need to sort of redo this. That's what I was doing. Okay. So that's how I make them. And you can just sit down and just watching TV, just do these really quick. They're, or whatever you like to watch when you're just doing stuff for your stash. Okay, so now what we need, get this out. See how pretty that is? And now we have a belly band right here. Yeah, I love it. Love it, love it. And these are belly bands, but these are the let me see if I can get, yeah, all right. That's the one I screwed up so badly. But it's in there and it's not too bad. Okay, so now we got another belly band, but this time we're going to decorate it with envelopes. Now, I don't care if they poke up on top of the thingamajig. So what you have to imagine is about right here all the way over. So I'm going to put my, I don't know if you can see that, I'm going to put my thumb right there, and then anything past this I'm not going to put glue on. So I'm just going to put it around the edge and then right there in the middle. Now you have to watch it to make sure that you're not accidentally putting, like I just did, you're not leaving glue on top of the envelope, and you're not putting it to block this off. So this should be all dry on this side. And then you just make a little, you know, see how pretty they sort of overlap? Yeah. So let's see. We're going to put our thumb here, and then we're not going to put anything there. So, and then we can put, you know, little fun bits and bobs in these envelopes as well. And they'll decorate the, now these I did slightly different. These were actually squares when I got started, so yeah. Let's look and see what I got for closures here. Hang on. I think this would look nice. So what I'm going to do is put a little dab on this side. A little dab on this side. Just a little bit. And then hold it in the center. Let's see. This is how I decide where I'm going to put it. And then I sort of put it down like that on the side. I don't put it down all the way. And then I sort of just put it there, and I double check by putting it down. Now this is where you have a few seconds to fix it if it's not to your liking, aka it wasn't straight enough and it's too far over. Well, that might have to do, because you don't want to move it around too much, because then the center now has glue on it, and it would glue the lid down. So I'm going to try it again. Hang on. All right, let's see if that helps. There. Okay, and I'll leave it up until it completely dries. So you can put small little clasps. If you save your, let's see, right here. If you save your, when you're doing die cuts, if you save the punch outs, especially if they look interesting, some punch outs are just small little circles. But if they look interesting, those are the ones you want to keep, especially if it looks like this. See how interesting that is? Or it looks something like this. You see, it's the punch out of a keyhole. Yeah, all right. I save those for decorations and clasps and things like that. Okay, so let's do this one. I try to do one right, left, right, left, right. So we're going to put the glue about here. I don't know if you noticed, but this particular one is actually, when you get a 6-pack or a 6x6 pack, they have that pretty front. This is the pretty front of that. So you can use everything that your stuff comes with, no problem. And then it had one of the sections had a beautiful clock on it. You know, how can you resist that? I can't. All right, so it looks like everything's all right on the back side. So let's see. This was supposed to be a clasp, but it didn't work out quite like I thought. That's all right. Sometimes it doesn't. All right, so we're going to put everything here. Oh, look at this. Oh, I was trying to get glue off of this thing, and look it took the, I don't know, decorations right off the paper. It was the most bizarre thing ever. Yeah, that was weird. It's really weird. All right. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was just a few seconds for you though. All right, so let's see what else we got over here. Ooh, nice little small one. Oh, it looks like, I think I forgot to do, I don't know. Now these envelopes a little wonky. That doesn't bother me. I think it gives them a little bit of charm. So I think we're gonna put that one down here like so. That means our line needs to be about here. We don't want to put anything over that line. Okay. Now you could use this envelope as a closing mechanism for that one. So we could say we're going to not go below here or beyond here, and then start just with this corner here, leave it. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, we're just gonna do this side just a wee bit, and that's it. We'll see if I can use that after it dries. Okay, now in order to make sure that I don't have any, what did I just throw on the floor? Oh, a candy, a throat lozenge my sister gave me. I have to go pick it up after I'm done. I know where it is anyway. All right. What I like to do is fold this backwards and then put it up top and down on the bottom. That way it doesn't, if I accidentally did something and the glue wasn't quite right, then it will glue onto these and pop right out when I pick it up. So what you need to do is get all these envelope lids down properly so that you don't accidentally crease them back. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just continue with what we did with the other one. All right, so we're going to go right here. Right here. And we're also going to leave that corner because it's going to stick up. All right. And you can just go and touch it underneath, make sure that it's not, you're not gluing down the page. Then that's not quite. Let's do a small one here. There. All right. Oops, I need to see where I'm going to not glue it to. Okay, here's our not glue. We're not going to glue it past my fingernail. I hope you can see this. All right, so I'm going to choose this as my, I'm not going to glue past this line. Ooh. And the weight of the book will make the lids eventually stay where, you know, stay where they're supposed to stay. All right. Let's see, I've got some up here. Let's take a peek at these. Let's do this one. Yeah. All right, so my line of demarcation is about here. So you can see I use the stripe one to, you know, and I have an idea of what I'm going to put in these envelopes as surprises for whoever gets this. Yep. Okay, this is a different beast altogether. That's something to stuff into something. I got 2 of those right here. So we're going to separate those from the envelopes. All right, let's see what that looks like. All right, this is going to be our line that we're not going to glue past. And you want to make sure that all of these envelope lids can go down once they're all glued onto the page. Yeah. All right, we're not going to go past this right here. So we're going to go over here. All right. Okay, there, just making sure. All right, looks like I had almost enough made. I think I just need to make one more. Oh, look at me go. Oh no, I got it right here. Oh, ha, ha, ha. I love it. All right, so we're not going to glue past here. Okay. Oh, haha. All right. And we're not going to glue past here. Yeah. All right. And then we're going to put one last, ooh. Oh, everything's falling down. Bear with me. All right. We're going to do that one right here. All right. Well, let's see. We're going to have to not glue here and not, so we're only going to glue between these two right here. I'm sort of going to give them a little twisty twist, and then that'll be it right here. So I have to be careful with this, and we can't disturb these until they're dry. Yeah. All right. All right. I think that will do. All right. So this is what it looks like. You can't even see that there's a belly band under there. That's okay. All right, let's get this under here so I don't have to unstick these at a later date. All right, how are we gonna do this? Here we go. Okay, put it up near the top, and then I'll get a second one and put it near the bottom, and then we'll let it dry the way it needs to dry. There we go. And, ooh, come on, stay where I stick you. All right, my hands are sticky now. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this rubber band around here until this dries, because we don't want this popping up and the envelope's giving me a hard time. So that's how I'm gonna make it dry. Okay, so I promised you at the end of this video that I would ask you a question about my current project. I was just gonna do this on the side, but I thought, well, maybe I'll do all the work that you've already seen, like punching all the holes and doing all this sort of stuff. And then, see, this is going to be my grandson's advent calendar book. So anyway, I thought I'd bring you along for decorating this thing. So if you want to go with me on the decorating journey on this, put your comments below, yes please, or something like that. So see, it even has a green cover. How cool is that? Even has a green, you know, thing. Yep, very excited about this project. It feels so nice and looks good. See, I know what I'm doing this time. So if you want to see me decorate this, like we're doing for the journal we're working on now, put it in the comment, yes or no, in the comments below, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much for joining me today on this theme journal journey. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly love hanging out with you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already, and share this with your friends so that they know this is a happening channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.